Alright, good evening, race fans. I want to apologize about that. Had a little bit of technical difficulties there, but we are here at North Wilkesboro here tonight, 10 laps in already out of the 250 lap race on tonight. So far it is Derek Runge with the race lead, Bailey Dutton in P number 2, Brenton Hunt in 3rd, Miguel Carrera in 4th, Zach Henry in 5th, Nick Hochschlander in 6th. 7th is going to be Eli Childs. 8th is going to be Brad Thacker. 8th is going to be Brad Thacker. 1st is going to be 9th is going to be Johnny Taylor. 10th, Randy Richard. 11th, Nathan Nicholson. And 12th is going to be Blake Tidwell. But we're back under green here once again. Derek Runge with a late and early lead, but it looks like Nick Hochschlander on the outside trying to get on around to the number 12 or the number 77 of Zach Henry. He's able to make it work as Nathan Nicholson and Blake Tidwell both out of the race. I'm not sure what happened there, but those two out of the race here tonight. So far so good. Eli Childs back here in P number 7 and that Team Conti number 9. A throwback scheme has Johnny Taylor looking down to the inside. Johnny Taylor's going to be able to take over that position. Then you got the 56 of Brad Thacker looking to make his way on by is pretty much the whole field, a single filed all the way out, and see them all going by ever so slightly. You can tell just by looking at North Wilkesboro, kind of a short track, not a lot of different stuff into it, as you know, you look there, a little bit of banking through turns number 1 and 2, and then obviously 3 and 4 all the way in and through. And Derek Runge able to keep it away from that curbing, keep it away from the grass, keep that number 42 machine up front, right in front of Bailey Dutton of the number 26 Toyota Tundra. Provided them, they got Brenton Hunt, the number 98, and then Nick Hochschlander in P number 4, Miguel Carrera in P number 5, Zach Henry in 6th. 7th is going to be Johnny Taylor. 8th is going to be Eli Childs. 9th is going to be Brad Thacker. 10th is going to be Randy Richardson. 11th is going to be Nathan Nicholson. And 12th is going to be Blake Tidwell. All these drivers out here tonight. So currently we have 10 drivers out there on the track, 18 laps out of 250. And it's going to be a good one out here tonight, as so far it looked like Bailey might have gotten into turns number 1 and 2 just a little bit better than the number into the corner just a little bit better than Derek Runge did. Is riding on board with the number 26 machine down to the inside. He's going to get all the way down towards that curve, right that little seam, get on the throttle, get on out of the corner, but just does not have enough to get around. Derek Runge is going to look down to the inside. He's going to have a little bit of a run, but Derek Runge is going to carry the outside momentum and to keep himself up to P number 1. So far so good. 21 laps in out of 250. There will be stages throughout this race. Again, this race is completely all open setups here tonight. So pretty much whatever anybody wants to use, they can just run whatever setup they want to use. If they don't have a setup, they can go to the iRacing garage, input the North Wilkesboro set, run a completely stock setup, and bring themselves all the way in and through. Looking at it right now, still trying to find another way around, but it looks like Derek Runge has the middle to bottom lane covered off, and that they're just not able to get a good enough run coming off of the corner. outside wall, but keeping the truck where it needs to be. Trying to fight his way out around. He might be saving a little bit of tire riding behind the number 42 as they're trying to check out from the 98 of Brenson Hunt. Oh, a little bit of neck code. Brenson's going to go around, and everybody's going to pile in. Oh, no. Yellow flag is out. We're going to go ahead and grab this CRN replay, see just how it happens. A little bit of net code, the 99 of, was that the number 99? Who's behind? I think that's Miguel behind him. No. Who was it? Was it Nick? Yeah, so Nick trying to get a good run on the number 98, tries to go down to the inside, and just a little bit of net code for these two drivers. Brenson ended up going to the outside wall, and Nick Holschlander is going to come to pretty much a complete stop. And pretty much everybody just piles on in. Johnny Taylor looking down low to avoid it. He's going to get collected. Eli Childs, no damage, surprisingly, from the number 9 camp. Pretty much half the field involved in that wreck. Not what you want to see, especially on a short track like North Wilkesboro. And obviously, as the race goes on, everybody will be able to get those trucks repaired and bring them back out for more business. But while we're looking, we can go ahead and look at the rear view camera on the number 9 machine. Yeah, no damage on the number 9. Luckily, got that truck put back together. Derek Runge, obviously nothing on his, nothing on the Brad or Bailey. Eli Childs is good. Johnny Taylor's truck completely all right, no more damage. Zach Henry, a little bit of a scuff on that right side. Rady Richard, completely clean as can be. Nick Holschlander is going to go back in. Brenson Hunt back into pit lane. Miguel Carrera, tough night for him as he's back in the pits and has not moved since. Definitely not the way that a lot of these drivers wanted their race to go, but still a long way to go. Only 32 laps in out of this 250 lap race. Pace truck in this time. Derek Runge hard off to the races. A little bit of wheel spin, not going to get the good launch that he wanted to get. They're going to be side by side going into turns number 1 and 2. And there they go. Can Dutton get to the outside of him? He can't. Single file for the first 2 rows. Then Eli Childs in a heated battle between himself and Brad Thacker. Brad down to the inside, trying to get around Eli Childs. Eli Childs going to be able to get clear of him. As Zach Henry, though, around the outside, a little bit too loose going in on entry. He's going to lose a couple of positions here. Now he's got to battle with Johnny Taylor. First time we get to see Johnny Taylor out here on the racetrack. So Johnny Taylor trying to do what he can to make his way up the pack. Aerodynamics not really playing a big factor here tonight, as you don't really need the draft to get yourself on the way, but lap number 35 is complete this time by. Everybody pretty much single file for the most part. Here comes Brenson Hunt on that outside, got a little bit of damage to that left side. He's to the outside of the number 12 machine. And it looks like Brenson Hunt's got it figured out on that high side. He's going to be able to get on around to the number 12. So move Zach Henry back down to P number 6. Because Brenson Hunt is 1 lap down, so he's trying to get his lap back. Definitely wants to be careful just in case something does happen. He doesn't want to be involved in a wreck. If he is involved, then he won't be able to get that wave around for to be put back on the lead lap. while we have a minute and we're back under green flag conditions, we're going to go give you the first taste of the love to hear, where we turn the mics down, turn the engines up. We'll be right back. ladies and gentlemen, we are back here tonight. 62 laps on in, and Brenton Hunt has unlapped himself the hard way around here at North Wilkesboro. So Brenton Hunt back on the lead lap. Definitely going to be something to watch out for, as he's got a pretty fast truck. If he can get that truck all the way back around through the field, past everybody, get the lucky dog, essentially, the hard way, the Bill Elliott way, and continue to go. Stage number 1 is going to end here in just a few. Lap number 70 going to be the end of stage number 1. Stage number 2 is going to be lap number 140, and then stage number 3 is going to conclude at lap number 250. So definitely going to be something fun to watch on out here. Is Derek Runge still with the race lead? Looking at Bailey's son, he's got Miguel Carrera in front of him. So definitely going to be something to watch out for. And the stage is going to end in just 4 more laps. To go for Derek Runge to get the stage number 1 win. But it looks like Bailey Dutton going to challenge to take over the race lead. Looking it down to the inside. He's going to be able to take on over, and here comes Eli Childs looking to take over P number 2. Not going to be able to get it, as Bailey Dutton goes on around for the final time in turns number 3 and 4 for stage number 1. And Bailey Dutton's going to win stage number 1 with Derek Runge and P number 2. And then you have Eli Childs rounding out your top 3. Everybody going down into pit lane to get their services done. It looks like Bailey Dutton. Bailey Dutton going to resume the race lead. Derek Grunge in P number 2. Johnny Taylor is going to be P number 3. Eli Childs in 4th. Randy Richard in 5th. Zach Henry in 6th. Brenson Hunt will be 1 lap down. Nick Hushlander is going to be 8th. Miguel Carrera in 9th. Brad Thacker is going to round out your top 10. Stage number 2 getting ready to start here once again. Bailey Dutton going to lead these drivers off to the green flag. Derek Grunge on the outside. Bailey off to the races we go. Randy Richard not having the greatest start on that inside, side by side for P number 1. Brenson Hunt, or not Brenson, Derek Grunge holding strong on that outside. Doesn't want to let Bailey Dutton get the race lead just yet. Again, Bailey Dutton sitting behind Derek Grunge pretty much that whole stage, saving his tires. There for the last 5 laps, he was able to get on around Bailey or Derek Grunge, take over the race lead and win at stage number 1. So down to Dern's number 3 and 4, still side by side. Here off the corner, who's it going to go to? Looks like, I would have to say Bailey Dutton down to that inside, but could be wrong. Derek Grunge got tired of running the outside. He's going to dip back behind the number 26 of Bailey Dutton. And now Bailey Dutton's going to try to scurry on away from him is Johnny Taylor. And the number 88 machine trying to catch up to the top 2. And to see what he can make of this situation. Look back here. Eli Childs sitting out in front of everybody, doing what they need to do. But Eli Childs working on his Zach Henry as we speak, trying to save a little bit of tire and gain a little bit more position as he can, just not able to get there. As Zach Henry try to run to the races, pull on away from Eli Childs and bring on a good stage finish. 4 max tire sets for these drivers here tonight. Stages, open setups, everything you could possibly want in a league. They have it. A lot of these drivers out here repping the Team Conti logos. I know Zach Henry is a EPI guy. Myself, I run for Team Conti, Sim Performance. Made the switch from EPI to Team Conti. And very good facilities to both ends. But it's going to be Zach Henry still leading the way over Eli Childs, but up towards the front, Johnny Taylor closed in that gap on a second place by a lot. And now these two are going to do a little bit of battle here for the top, or for the second position. Derek Grunge getting into the corner just a little bit too hard there. Going to allow Johnny Taylor to get on around him. So Derek Grunge going to fall back down to P number 3. And move Johnny Taylor up to P number 2. The fight for P number 4 still continues as Zach Henry in front of Eli Childs. I'm going to go ahead and take a ride on board with the number 9 machine of Eli. See what he's doing just a little bit differently than Zach. Wonder if he's following in the same foot trails as Zach. He's going a little bit higher in the center. Looks to be just a tad loose off of corner exit. Not able to get the power fully down until the truck is completely straight. Derek Grunge doing the same thing. He's getting a little bit loose off exit as well. Wonder what's going on with him. Well, all that's happened. Bailey Dutton has checked out. Almost to a 2-second lead. About a second and a half lead over Johnny Taylor. Just 2 seconds back to third. And I mean, you see Bailey up there, clean air. Doing what he needs to do. And so far, so good for the second stage. 45 laps to go in stage number 2. I don't think we're going to have to see green flag pit stops for fuel. But I think maybe under any caution. Really loose middle entry or middle center off. He's going to run the outside. That's going to allow Eli and Zach Henry to take charge over that situation. So move Eli back up to P number 4. As that gap slowly but surely starting to close with Johnny Taylor and Bailey Dutton. See Bailey Dutton right there. And then as he comes up off the corner, you're going to see Johnny Taylor coming to frame. Right there he is. Both those drivers tried to do everything they possibly can to stay out front. Well, it looks like Bailey Dutton trying to do everything he possibly can to stay out front. Towards the back there, Derek Grunge has fallen all the way back down to P number 5. Got the truck back handling the way he wants it to. Just trying to hold on, maybe put in the wrong adjustment. Got to go back the other way. See what could potentially happen. But now the number 99 machine. Pretty much out there by himself in his own little world. Doing what he needs to do. As the race leader's right there. With 35 laps to go in stage number 2. Really doesn't. Doing what he needs to do, but the gap starting to open back up between him and Johnny Taylor, back up to 1.6 now. Not sure if Johnny Taylor had a little bit of an issue there. Johnny Taylor started to lose a little bit of time from the leader. Looking back on here between Zach Henry and Eli Childs. Zach Henry kind of pulling it back on away from Eli Childs. Making it work to where he can stay up there, get even more points as Eli Childs, as to say that, goes through the grass. Going to lose a lot of positions out there on the racetrack. See here. Just got into the corner just a little bit too hard. Truck came on around, and that is one thing about North Wilkesboro. You know, you definitely don't want to get in the corner a little bit too aggressive. The rear end will come on out and snap. Pretty much what ended up happening to Mr. Eli Childs. Pretty much single file all the way out, in and through the lead. No big battles going on out there on the stage. We're going to go ahead and see what we can have. But while we have a moment, we'll go ahead and go to our second of 3. You love to hear it. We'll be right back. to go in the stage number 2. So far it is Bailey Dutton with the race lead, carrying out a 2.5 second lead over Johnny Taylor. You got that truck handling the way that he wants it to handle. He's kind of just setting his own pace up here, doing what he needs to do. Derek Runge ended up getting back on around Eli Childs earlier, and then Eli having to work his way back up in and through. So for right now, 6 trucks on the lead lap. And Brenton Hunt, the first one lap down. As we're coming towards the end of stage number 2. Lap times going from 18 seconds all the way down to 20 seconds. So 2 seconds the difference on fresher tires to older tires, is everybody running 20.0s, 20.1s to 20.5s. Is fastest car out there right now is Brad Thacker with a 19.88, but just a few laps down, as actually no, he is out of tonight's race. Is Carrera 10 laps down, Holslander in 8th, 2 laps down, and then Brenton Hunt 1 lap down. As Derek Runge has some competition once again from Eli Childs. Eli going to go all the way down to the inside. Derek Runge going to search way up top towards the wall. Nothing up there, but going to be able to keep himself ahead of Eli Childs for that 4th position. 2 laps to go in stage number 2. Way up high into the outside wall goes the number 42. Here comes the number 9 of Eli Childs. He's going to look down to the inside. Move Eli Childs back into P at number 4. I'm going to slide up in front of Derek Runge. 1 lap to go in stage number 2. Popsicle sticks out this time by 4. The number 26 is white flag for the end of stage number 2. So once the 26 comes on around and clears the next flag, it will throw a caution as Bailey off of turn number 4 is going to get stage number 2. So he's going to win stage 1, win stage 2. And then we'll go and start stage number 3. So Bailey Dutton, a force to be reckoned with here tonight, winning both stages. It is now going to see what he can do with that number 26 machine to bring it back home. So Derek Runge starting on the pole, finishing P number 5 there in stage number 2. As the cars are going back in and getting some repairs and getting some service done. 4 tires for the number 26 machine, and he's on out. We're going to be able to start our 3rd and final stage of the night. Looks like Bailey Dutton is the race leader off of pit road. Johnny Taylor comes out P number 2, Zach Henry in P number 3. Fourth is going to be Eli Childs. Fifth is going to be Derek Grunge. Sixth will be Brenton Hunt. And seventh is going to be Randy Richard. Flag on out there is Bailey Dutton, able to get on out there single file all the way in and through the field. Now we're going to see what Johnny Taylor can do back here in P number 2, see if he can't get up into P number 1, get a couple laps led here tonight, and see if he can just pull away for the field, because I feel like being at North Wilkesboro, even though it is a short track, clean air does make a big difference to everything. Johnny Taylor not able to get there so far, but Johnny Taylor doing what he can, keeping the race leader in his sights. We're going to go back here to Brenton Hunt, then number 98 machine, a little bit of damage. Trying to maximize his points for the day. Obviously didn't have the start of the race that he wanted to have, but it all happens for a reason. He's in a good battle right here. He's got Derek Runge right in front of him, Eli Childs right behind him. As both trying to do what they can in capitalizing on any momentum that they can get. Toyota, Ford, and Chevy all in a line. Looking at the Ford of Derek Runge. Eli looking down to the inside. Nothing there. Lap number 156 in the books. Is everybody trying to do what they can to maximize everything for the cars? Is Eli Childs trying to get on around the number 98 machine, not able to do so far. Brenton Hunt able to keep Eli Childs behind him for the time being. But I think as Eli Childs starts going on around, racetrack. We could start to see Eli Childs maybe. Yep, there you go, down to the inside. Try to get on around. Bryson Hunt got a little bit loose coming off of quarter exit. We're going to have to try to get back there, set up the pass, and pass him once again. Eli Childs trying to do everything he possibly can in his wheelhouse to get on around. And Bryson Hunt just wasn't there that time. Hunt all the way down into the grass, keeping Eli Childs behind him. Eli Childs going to go down to the inside one more time. Going to be side by side, neck and neck, off of the corner. Eli Childs able to possibly make the pass. No. Going to have to try it one more time. For P at number 5, not going to be able to work at that time. Back up front, Zach Henry holding on to P number 3 with Derek Runs right behind him. Johnny Taylor not letting Bailey Dutton go. So we look up here at the battle for the race lead, a 0.4 of a second, the difference between these two. We're riding along with Johnny Taylor as kind of just saving his tires, doing what he needs to do. Obviously Johnny Taylor wanting to put on a good show here tonight, wanting to get possibly a race win locked onto his belt, but isn't going to be too mad if he finishes P number 2. We're going to turn this over to the exciting and have it go from player to player, driver to driver as Eli Childs looking down to the inside of Bryson Hunt. Once again, nothing there. He's going to have to either pass him on the outside or pass him down low. But he's got to get that drive off. If you don't get the drive off, then, well, you know, you're just going to get a little bit loose and send yourself down to the inside if you don't catch it in time. Bryson Hunt a little bit loose off of quarter exit. That's going to set Eli Childs up for a higher entry. Dive it back down low, get the drive off, and possibly get side by side coming out of turn number 3 and 4. if he can get there. Not going to be able to. Eli Childs back to the outside. Try to make something work. Brenson's going to go all the way up to the outside wall. Cover off the run. Eli Childs back to the outside once again. Trying to get there, not going to be able to. While we have a moment, go ahead and thank all of our sponsors here tonight. It's going to be Mardone PC for coming on board of this series, sponsoring the whole season. So thank you to Brian Haynes, Jason Haynes, sponsoring tonight's race with Mardone PC. If anybody's looking for any sim, gear, computers, components, anything that you could possibly need, go to www.mardonepc.com and get set up with a nice little package bundle of a computer, sim rig, or anything like that. There is a raffle going on for a complete full sim rig. Every entry that you do is an entry into the raffle. I want to give a big shout out to everybody out there who's liked, share, subscribed to CRN. I want to thank each and one of you for coming on out here and doing what you need to do to help us get where we want to be. Without you guys, none of this would be possible. So I want to say thank you to everybody out there who's liked, share, subscribed to CRN. If you haven't already, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. It'll help us out on the algorithm of YouTube. More participation that we get from everybody out there. Brenton Hunt getting passed by Eli Childs, and something happened to Derek Grunge as he is no longer in the race. I'm not sure what happened to Derek Grunge there, but Eli Childs is going to move himself up to P number 4. His biggest mover is going to be Johnny Taylor, up 7 positions from where he started, and Derek Grunge is out of the race here tonight. So he's going to finish P number 9 on the field. While we've been following along with that, Bailey Dutton able to stretch out to a 1 second lead over Johnny Taylor in the number 88. Trying to do what he can to work his way back up through the field. Pretty much once Bailey Dutton got the race lead, he never ended up looking back. Laps to go here at North Wilkesboro, and these 60 laps are going to go by pretty quickly with these drivers running 20-second flats to 19-second lap times. So already since they took the green flag They dropped a second off in their times, bouncing around from mid to high 19s to low 22nd lap times. As Derek Runge has put it out, or put it in the garage. I'm not going to be able to see that number 42 machine out here the rest of the night, as he's going to be our biggest drop. He's going to end up losing 9 positions altogether, or 8, excuse me. Cover around and take 55 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro. Full distance racing here Saturday nights, stages, open setups. No choose rule though. We'll do everything by the book for the Craftsman Truck Series, but everything but the choose rule for the trucks. Limited sets of tires, only 4 in the pits. Once you run out, you're pretty much out for the rest of the race. Race has been pretty much green, only 2 cautions, with 2 cautions being for the stage end. So a total of 4, but 2 on-track incidents. Everybody's still trying to figure out what they want to do and how they want to get on around this number 26 machine, who has been dominating pretty much all day long. With it being 50 laps to go, we're going to go ahead and grab our last, you'll love to hear, a session. Then we're going to go break free after that. So we're going to go ahead and turn the mics down one final time, turn the engines up one final time, give you guys a little bit of you'll love to hear it. We'll be right back. caution flag is out here tonight. Johnny Taylor having a little bit of issues here. Going to go ahead and go back to a quick CRN replay. See what happens with the number 90, with the number 88 down to the inside. While we're in that little, you love to hear Johnny Taylor getting to the outside wall. He's going to slide it all the way up, come to a complete stop. Got to the brakes just a little bit too hard down on the inside. Rear end came out, and caution flag number 3 comes out here tonight with a 20-lap dash to the end. This is where it all comes through. What are you going to do? And what is it going to take to have everybody get back in that rhythm? Since right now, Eli Childs in P at number 3. Zach Henry in a second. Bailey Dutton in P number 1. Rady Richard, though, going to be in P number 4. Potentially when he comes back out of pit lane. Johnny Taylor still in pit lane, probably getting the rear end of that truck fixed. Rady Richards got a little bit of damage on the right rear quarter panel in the right front, but it's going to be Johnny Taylor getting out before Rady Richard. Johnny Taylor going to be P number 3, or P number 4. Rady Richard in 5th, but it's going to be all of Bailey Dutton up front, getting the restart in P number 1. Leader gets lane choice, either top or bottom. Going to see which lane he decides to take and bring himself back to the green flag. Bailey Dutton taking to the inside. Zach Henry to the outside. A pace truck going to go down into pit lane this time by. Green flag going to come back out. There we go. 5 trucks on the track to bring us back on home. Johnny Taylor down to the inside looking for P at number 2. As he is 1 lap down, actually. No, he's not. Yes, he is 1 lap down. So top 4 trucks are on the lead lap, but it's going to be Bailey Dutton with the race lead, getting it all said and done here tonight. Started with 12, down to 5. Carrera. Or 6, actually. He's actually out there on the track. Brenson Hunt and Nick Holschlander both in pit lane. Zach Henry in P2. Pit number 3 is going to be Eli Childs. It's going to be the first time that we get to talk to Eli Childs up here in the broadcast booth. Potentially 14 laps to go from North Wilkesboro. Zach Henry having a little bit of a different paint scheme out here tonight with the number 12 on it, so the normal orange number 77. It's a really good 1 and 2. Not going to be enough to get right up on the back bumper of the number 26, but looking to make it happen. 12 laps to go. laps to go for Bailey Dutton. Eli Child still sitting P number 3. Ray Richard right behind, sitting in P number 4. With number 53 for a lap or two. See where he's putting his truck. He's all the way down by that white line, getting as close as he can to that grass, but he drifted all the way up to the outside of the wall, touched a little bit, right back down, right next to that curbing. I thought he was going to get into the curbing there a little bit, but he did not. Come off of the corner. Eli Child sitting right behind Johnny Taylor. I'm going to follow Johnny Taylor through the promised land. Laps to go here at North Wilkesboro. How desperate does Zach Henry want to be? Does he start overdriving the truck, get right up on the back bumper, and use the chrome horn? Or is Zach going to be one of those drivers that say, you know what, he's got a faster truck, I'm not going to be able to catch him cleanly and fairly. Just let him go on ahead and get this race win and move on to next week. As next week, move on to Charlotte. Night race, 134 laps in the truck. And then after that, we got Worldwide Technology for 106 laps. And then we have a couple-week break and come back at the end of June. And then another week break or two to come back to punk it up. So far, so good for a lot of these drivers. Keeping their trucks clean with 3 laps to go. We're right on board with the number 12 machine here. See what he can do to get to the back bumper of the number 26. 12 into the outside wall, 77 to the outside wall. Just a tad. This time by one more time around for the number 26 to Bailey Dutton. Goes around towards number 1 and 2 for the final time down, and towards number 3 and 4. Zach Henry not going to be able to be there. Off of turns number 3 and 4. Bailey Dutton is going to win at North Wilkesboro here tonight in the number 26 machine. Zach Henry in P number 2, Eli Childs in 3rd, Rady Richard in 4th. Johnny Taylor rounds out our top 5. Miguel Carrera in 6th. Nick Holslander in 7th. 8th will be Brenson Hunt. 9th is going to be Derek Runge. 10th, Brad Thacker. 11th, Nathan Nicholson. And 12th, Blake Tidwell. We'll go ahead and let Bailey Dutton do his little celebratory donuts here, and then we'll get our top 3 into the broadcast booth momentarily. Doing a little bit of a Kyle Larson style burnout. Gets that number 26 machine wound up. The way on here we go. While he does that, we're going to go grab our 3rd place finisher. Because that is going to be Mr. Eli Childs. Over here and grab. Moving on up to our 3rd place finisher. Let's go to the number 9 of Eli Childs. Eli is still in the CRN broadcast booth. You got a copy.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
All right, buddy. You had the car to stay in the top 5. You stayed there for the majority of the race, kept your truck clean, had a couple of incidents where obviously maybe you overdrove the quarter just a little tad bit too much, put yourself down to the grass, kept it off the wall though, but were able to drive back up to P at number 3. I mean, not a bad points day for you here tonight.
Yeah, we had a lot of trends. Like we started off neutral, then we got real tight, so we just didn't make any adjustments, and then it started tight, and then it went loose, and then it went back neutral, and then we made an adjustment, and we were pretty free, honestly, there towards the end. So it was, I don't know, there was a lot of trends tonight, so it was kind of hard to judge what it was going to do in each corner.
Yeah, that's just kind of what ends up happening there, especially with it being open setup. You can change everything you want inside the truck, from tire pressures to spring offsets, anything that you want to do inside of the truck during a pit stop you're allowed to do. And then obviously you got just a little bit more that you could do with brake bias as well, going through the corners. And obviously we ended up seeing there, get too far into the quarter, the rear end ends up stepping out on you, sends you all the way up to the wall, or even possibly just get it knocked down just before it touches the wall. But again, congratulations on a P3 here tonight. Obviously next week, Charlotte night, going to be 134 laps. What's it going to take to find that number 9 machine back in the top 3 to finish out that race?
Just gotta stay clean, honestly. Should be a slugfest, I think. So hopefully we can just keep it clean, and hopefully TCSP can bring out another win. Yeah,
that's definitely what it could be here tonight. Well, before we let you get on out of here, Eli, and celebrate that 3rd place finish here tonight, is there anybody that number 9 machine you'd like to give a shout out to? The floor is yours.
Yeah, Dustin Hall for building the sets, TCSP. Yeah, I think that's about it.
All right, buddy, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here. Celebrate that 3rd place finish here tonight, and we'll be talking to you again hopefully next week.
Thanks, bud.
All right, this is going to be our 3rd place finisher of Eli Childs. Going to go ahead and go up to our 2nd place finisher of Zach Henry. Zach, this is Dylan, CRN Broadcast Booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, Zach, it looked like you had something maybe there for the number 26 of Bailey Dutton. Just kind of ran out of too many laps there to try to capitalize on it, but can't be too mad at yourself coming home with another strong, solid finish here tonight.
Oh, for sure. I wish I would have gone green there at the end. I finally figured out how to drive around this place going into that last stage, and I mean, I was running Bailey down there. But it is what it is. I wasn't all that great on the short runs. I was kind of happy that I was able to stay as close as I was those last 15 laps. So good run overall, though.
Hey, good run by you here tonight. Obviously you battled a little bit of adversity all throughout the race. You kind of threw me off guard with the number 12 on the side of your truck. I was like, wait, who's the number 12? I ended up realizing that, I was like, oh, that's Zach. Just not the 77, but either way, came home at P number 2, ended up getting the job done when you needed to. Charlotte next week, is that a track that you have circled on your map here on the schedule, or are you just trying to hurry up, get done with it, and see where you come out on the point standings?
I like Charlotte. It's fun. Never been a great track for me. Never been a bad track for me. So we'll see what I can do there. I don't know what it is as of late. I've had an issue with tearing up my right rear at these 1.5 miles, so I'm going to have to find a way to fix that next week. But I'm kind of surprised you're seeing the 12 on my truck. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I've got the 77 on it. I've got a 77 scheme on it, so it's kind of weird that you're seeing the 12. But that's good to know, I guess. I'll see if I can fix that for next week, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same car, I guess you could say. Like, it says undercurrents, normally what you have on the bright orange number 77, but it's just a 12, and it's black, and it's got some designs on the door as well. I was like, okay, when did he make a number change?
I don't know. I mean, I run that number in another league, so but yeah, I mean, I've got the 77 scheme specifically for this one, and kind of surprised that I don't know. Are you like spectating the lobby or something? Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know. That's strange. I'm curious to know if anybody else is seeing the 12.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I've been doing it all season. I mean, this is the first time that I've seen it be the number 12, so maybe it's just kind of a trading paints error on my end. But nonetheless, I mean, P number 2 here tonight, Charlotte next week, Gateway after, then a nice little break, and then Nashville Super Speedway, another break, and then Pocono. I mean, 4 really good tracks coming up on the schedule. But before we let you get on out here, Zach, and celebrate that second place finish, is there anybody on that number 77 you'd like to give a shout out to? The floor is yours.
I'm going to shout out my wife and then some family that watches these things. Eli for putting this league together. I know the attendance has been rough these last few weeks, but it's still a lot of fun racing in this league with all these guys. And then you for doing these broadcasts. I think that's about it.
All right, Zach, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here, celebrate that second place finish, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week.
So thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for our 2 interviews here tonight. Bailey Dutton not in the Discord, can't give him an interview, but thank you all for coming out and watching tonight's race with Bailey Dutton getting the race win here tonight. Can't wait to see what happens again next week. That's going to do it for myself up here at the broadcast booth. Make sure you guys tune in Tuesday night as I bring you live coverage from the Mid-Atlantic Racing Series as they tackle Charlotte next week. Or North Wilkesboro, actually. North Wilkesboro next week. And then Demon Truck Series on Tuesday night right after that. And then no broadcast for myself on Wednesday. Then we're going to Ghost Cup Series racing on a Thursday night at Darlington. Had to push it back one more week due to some personal reasons on that side of the spectrum. But Darlington in the Cup car is going to be this week. It's going to be throwback scheme a week for that race. Can't wait to see everybody on out there. But it's been a pleasure doing the broadcast here tonight. But we're going to go ahead and shut it on down. Get ready for the next stream following. But this has been a great time broadcasting this. My name is Dylan 4CRN. Make sure you guys take care. Brush your hair.